Before we get started with today's video, I just want to give a quick little moment to thank you guys all for all the support you guys have given me as of recently. Yesterday, my channel has finally reached 500 subscribers. Yep, that's right, my channel has finally gotten 500 subscribers. So I want to thank you guys for all the support you guys have given me. You guys are the best. And you never know, maybe this year we'll get 600 subscribers on this channel. Well, we'll see about that. But I don't really have anything else to add, so I want to once again thank you guys for all the support you guys have given me to the channel and helping me reach 500 subscribers. You guys are the best. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Now let's get on to today's video. What's going on, everybody? It's Keegan here. I'm back with another video for you guys, and today's video I'm bringing you guys another questions and answers video. This is going to be questions and answers video number 38 for March 2023, and today I have a total of 25 questions to answer. So yeah, and like always, I'll be answering each question in alphabetical order by username, from numbers to letters. But yeah, so like always, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer in the next Q&A video, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will gladly answer them. But yeah, let's not waste any more time, and let's take a look at today's questions now, shall we? So the first 4 questions we're starting off with today all come from Alan Parker, and the 4 questions are listed under one comment, and the 4 questions are as follows. Number 1, what's your opinion on Speed, 1994 film? Number 2, what's your opinion on Vanilla Sky? Number 3, what's your opinion on Heat, 1995 film? And number 4, what's your opinion on Seven, 1995 film? Number 1, I have seen bits and pieces of Speed, but I haven't seen the film in its entirety. But from what I've seen, I do think it's a pretty good action film from the mid-90s. Has Keanu Reeves and Dennis Hopper in it. I know there's a sequel to that film called Speed 2, Cruise Control. I hear that movie's not very good, though. Number 2, I do own Vanilla Sky on DVD, both that movie and the original film, which was Open Your Eyes from '97. I haven't seen them yet, either the original or Vanilla Sky. I will definitely get around to checking those movies out sometime soon, but I do hear great things about both films. Number 3, I have seen Heat, and I do own the film on Blu-ray, and that's an awesome movie. Great Michael Mann film from '95. I really enjoyed it. It's a long movie, but it's definitely worth the watch. And I know there is a sequel and prequel book called Heat 2 that Michael Mann co-wrote. I do own the book to it, but I just haven't read it yet. I'll probably get around to reading it soon. And number 4, Seven is a classic David Fincher movie. It's probably my favorite David Fincher movie, along with Gone Girl, which I should probably do a review of Gone Girl soon. That's a great movie, too. And Seven's an awesome movie. It's a classic. I own the film on Blu-ray and VHS. And those are the questions from Alan Parker. Thanks for the questions, Alan Parker. And now let's move on to the other questions I have to answer. The next questions come from Andy Keyshore. And there are 3 questions from him. And they're all separated into 3 separate comments, like he tends to do. So the first of 3 questions is one that he asked me a few hours ago, which was, are you aware that the final trailer for the Super Mario Bros. Movie just dropped on March 9th, 2023? Yeah, I knew there was a final trailer for it that just dropped. I just haven't seen it yet. I do think that movie might be good, but I don't know, but we'll see about it. The next one from Andy Keyshore is, are you aware that the new Beavis and Butthead Season 10 is going to be released on April 20th, 2023 on Paramount+. No, I didn't know about that. I don't really watch Beavis and Butthead. I barely even watched it. The only thing I really watched about Beavis and Butthead were clips of it and the movie Do America. Well, Beavis and Butthead Do America is what it's actually called. I have the movie on DVD. I don't know, maybe I'll start watching Beavis and Butthead someday, like the series, like actually start watching it on Paramount Plus. I do have Paramount Plus, I just never really use it. My parents use it mostly. But yeah, I didn't know there's a new season of Beavis and Butthead coming out on Paramount Plus. And the last question from Andy Keyshore before we move on to some other questions is, are you aware that the Canadian channel Teletoon is closing down on March 27th, 2023? Yeah, I heard. I know, hold on. I gotta check what's his name. Somebody else on YouTube mentioned that Teletoon was going to be shutting down this year. I'm actually very surprised that they're shutting down. Actually, like, damn, they're shutting down and they're turning into Cartoon Network, even though we already have Cartoon Network here in Canada. But I honestly don't know why they're shutting down Teletoon and just rebranding it just Cartoon Network when we literally already have a Cartoon Network. I just really don't get it. But yeah, it is too bad to hear that Teletoon's going to be shutting down. I'm actually just going to look up what user was it that mentioned something about it. Yeah, BookFan 2019 backup account. Yeah, he was the one that mentioned something about Teletoon Retro going to be shutting down earlier. But yeah, I know that Teletoon Retro is going to be shutting down, which is a shame. They've been around since 1997. But yeah, oh well. I guess they're going to be reunited with Teletoon Retro in the channel heaven, I guess. Not that there is a channel heaven, I just said that for absolutely no friggin' reason whatsoever. But yeah, those are the questions from Andy Keyshore. Thanks for the questions, Andy Keyshore. Anyways, now let's move on to the other questions I gotta answer today. The next question comes from Chase Shepard, and it's only one question. And his question is, what are your thoughts on Beverly Hills Cop 4 coming out soon on Netflix? I don't know. I've only seen the first Beverly Hills Cop movie, and I own it on Blu-ray, and I enjoyed it. I haven't seen the two sequels, although I know the third movie sucks from what I know. But I don't know what to think of Beverly Hills Cop 4 coming out on Netflix. Well, it's probably just another unnecessary sequel, because you know how many of these unnecessary sequels that come out these days usually end up being pretty shitty, although there are some cases where it's usually good, like Top Gun Maverick, for example, but who knows, maybe it'll be good. I don't know, though, but like I said, I haven't seen Beverly Hills Cop 2 or 3 yet, but I will probably check those movies out someday, although I do know the third movie sucks from what I know. But yeah, I guess I hope that answers your question. So thanks for the question, Chase Shepard. Now let's continue on with some more questions. The next batch of questions come from Donkey Man, and there are 6 questions in total, and each of the 6 questions are separated into 6 individual comments. So the first of 6 questions from Donkey Man is, are you aware that Gladiator 2 is going to be released on November 22nd of 2024? No, I didn't know it was going to be released in 2024. I do know that there is a sequel to Gladiator coming out sometime this decade. I own the first Gladiator movie on 4K Blu-ray, but I never really got around to watching the entire movie in its entirety. I've only seen bits and pieces of it. I do think the first Gladiator is a pretty good movie. I know Ridley Scott's going to be directing the sequel, but I don't know why he would want to direct a sequel to it. I don't know. I guess that's just him, I guess. But who knows, maybe it'll be good, but I don't know. Anyways, the next one from Donkey Man is, what are some movies that are guilty pleasures? I gotta be honest, I'm not really sure what movies that I can think of that are guilty pleasures of mine. There's none that I can really think of at the moment. I know that's not really a good answer, but I really don't know what's a guilty pleasure movie of mine at the moment. Sorry. Maybe next time I'll think of it, but I can't really think of any guilty pleasure movies at the moment. The next one is, what is your opinion on The Terminal 2004? The Terminal, Steven Spielberg directed it and has Tom Hanks. I have seen that movie once a couple years ago when I was in high school back in grade 9. It's actually a great movie. I really enjoyed that one. That's one I would like to revisit someday. That's a really great movie. It was pretty funny at times too. Tom Hanks was real good in that movie too. But yeah, I'd like to revisit that film sometime. Maybe this year, but who knows. Anyways, the next one from Donkey Man is, have you ever went to Target? No, I've never been to Target, but I know it's exactly the same as Walmart and every other superstore like that. There used to be Target here in Canada a few years ago, but they weren't here for very long. They were only here for like maybe 3 years before they all shut it down because of the low service rate or something, and it was just got a lot of people didn't like Target here in Canada. It wasn't really like how it was down in the States. But yeah, there used to be Targets, but they're gone now. I never been to any of the Targets that were here in Canada, but I hear they weren't as good. They replaced Zellers, and Zellers was better. Yeah. Anyways, the next one from Donkey Man is, what do you think of Emily Blunt? Emily Blunt is a really good actress. She's great in films like A Quiet Place, both of those films, and a couple of other films. And the last question from Donkey Man is, what do you think of singer Justin Timberlake? I'm not really a fan of Justin Timberlake, to be honest. I don't know. I'm just not really into his music. And those are the questions from Donkey Man. And thanks for the questions, Donkey Man. Now let's move on to some other questions. Alright, everybody. So these next 5 questions all come from Irvin's Movie Corner, and each of the 5 questions are listed under one comment. So the 5 questions are as followed. Number 1, what's your opinion on Nomadland? Number 2, what is your opinion on Coda? Number 3, what's your opinion on Ordinary People with Timothy Hutton and director Robert Redford? Number 4, what's your opinion on Patton with George C. Scott? And number 5, what's your opinion on Mr. Smith Goes to Washington with Cary Grant and director Frank Capra? Now, the interesting thing about almost all the films listed on this on this comment, they're all Oscar-winning movies. Although I don't know if Mr. Smith Goes to Washington is an Oscar-winning movie. Let me look that up really quickly. Okay, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Was that a Best Picture winner? Oh, hey, what do you know? It is a Best Picture winner. Huh, that's interesting. So I guess all the films listed in this comment are Oscar-winning movies. So anyways, let's answer each question. Number 1, I have seen Nomadland, and let me tell you, I did not like that movie at all. Well, I wanted to like it, but I simply could not. I just couldn't. I thought the movie was boring as shit. It was going nowhere, and it did not connect well with me, and I just did not like this movie at all. But hey, it had some good music in the movie. The visuals and cinematography was really well done, and Frances McDormand was phenomenal in the film. But in the end, I just did not like this movie at all. It just did not connect with me, and I just thought it was very boring, uninteresting, and I just did not like it, and I probably won't ever watch it again. But I'm sorry, like, I tried to watch it, but I tried to like it, but I just couldn't. So yeah, that's my opinion on that one. Number 2, I have never seen Coda, but I heard it's pretty good. It's an Apple TV exclusive movie, which unfortunately I don't have Apple TV, and I don't feel like pirating it because the Pirates Bay is full of malware and shit, and I don't want to mess up all my computers and shit, and also I don't really like pirating movies at all. I heard it's good, but maybe someday I'll check it out, but I don't have a Apple TV in order to watch it. Number 3, I have heard of Ordinary People, but I've never seen it, but I heard it's pretty great. Number 4, I do own Patton on Blu-ray, but I actually haven't seen it yet. I actually just picked up the Blu-ray for it last week. I'll probably check it out sometime and maybe do a review of it eventually. And number 5, I have never seen Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, but I've heard of it. I hear it's pretty great, though, but maybe someday I'll check it out. So, yeah, so those are all the questions from Irvin's Movie Corner. Thanks for the questions, Irvin's Movie Corner. And let's continue on with some more questions. Alright, so the next 3 questions all come from Meadowlands Fan 2004, and each of the 3 questions are listed under one comment. So the following 3 questions are as follows. Number 1, have you heard of the British movie The Business with Danny Dyer from 2005? Number 2, have you seen Until the End of the World with William Hurt from 1991? Number 3, have you heard of The End of Violence with Bill Pullman, Gabriel Byrne, and Annie McDowell from 1997. I'm just gonna answer all three of these questions all together and just say I have never seen or heard of any of these three movies until I saw this comment. Yeah, I've never seen these movies or heard of them. Maybe someday I'll check them out. Maybe. Well, I can't promise I'll check them out for sure, but we'll see about that. But yeah, again, I've never seen or heard of these movies before. So yeah, that's the answers I have for Meadowlands Fan 2004's questions. And thanks for the questions, Meadowland Fan 2004. And let's move on. All right, everybody, we're just about the end of the video. There's only 3 questions left that I have to answer, and then we'll be done this video. So the last 3 questions for today's video all come from That Movie Nerd 44, and the following questions are all separated into 3 separate comments. So the first of the 3 questions are, what are your favorite adult animated TV shows? Some of my favorite adult animated TV shows are Family Guy. Well, not really any of the more recent seasons of Family Guy. I do like Family Guy. I'm trying to think of what else. I do like F is for Family on Netflix. That show was funny. And there's a couple of other ones that I know of, but I can't really think of at the moment. But other than Family Guy and F is for Family. F is for Family is hilarious. That one's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I recommend it. The next one from That Movie Nerd 44 is, what do you think of the Wachowskis? They directed movies such as 1996 Bound, the Matrix trilogy. Only one of them directed the 4th one in Cloud Atlas, along with Tom Tykwer of Run Lola Run fame. The Wachowskis. I actually have only seen 2 of their movies that they've directed. I've seen Speed Racer and Bound. I actually remember seeing Speed Racer in theaters almost 15 years ago when I was like 6 years old, but we didn't sit through the whole movie because my dad just wanted to walk out because my dad hated the movie, so we walked out, and I actually ended up not ever seeing the entirety of the film until it came out on demand. I haven't seen Speed Racer in a long time, but I don't know if that movie holds up very well. I don't know. Maybe I should try to revisit that one day. I know that movie was a box office bomb from what I know. I did see Bound recently, like a couple weeks ago, and I loved it. And I actually did a review of it not that long ago on my channel if you want to check that out. Check that out if you haven't. But yeah, those are the only 2 films from the Wachowskis that the Wachowskis I meant. But yeah, those are the only 2 movies from the Wachowskis I've seen so far. I will definitely check out the Matrix this year. And yeah. So the last question for this video, and the last question from That Movie Nerd 44 is, have you heard of the film Strange Days? It is a cyberpunk thriller directed by Catherine Bigelow, co-produced and co-written by James Cameron, and it stars Ralph Fiennes, Angela Bassett, Juliette Lewis, and Tom Sizemore. I've never seen Strange Days, but I've heard of it. It seems like an interesting film. Maybe I'll check it out someday. I do know that she was once married to James Cameron at one point. They used to be a married couple, but no, they're not anymore. But yeah, those are all the questions from That Movie Nerd 44. And yeah, those are all the questions for this video. Well, that wraps up another edition of Questions and Answers, and special thanks to everybody for submitting their questions in the comments below. Like I said at the start of this video, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer in the next Q&A video, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will gladly answer them in the next Q&A video coming up in April. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment below, subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications once you subscribe so you don't miss any new video that I upload. Share the video with your friends, family, or whoever. And follow me on my other social medias. The links are in the description down below like they always are. And once again, like I said at the very beginning of this video, I want to thank you guys all for the support you guys have given me to this channel and helping me get this channel up to 500 subscribers. It means a whole lot to me, and you guys are awesome. And yeah, I just wanted to point that out one more time before I end the video. But yeah, so that's all I have to say for today's video. So once again, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, So thanks again for watching, and until next time, this is Keegan Shepard signing off. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out.